This news blast is brought to you by Qberg, Pittsburgh's source for LGBTQ plus news and community involvement. To learn more about Qberg, check out their website at qberg.com. That's QBURGH.com. From Pep Radio News, time now for a news blast. As of Friday, January 31st, the Social Security Administration announced in an emergency message sent internally within their department that they will no longer accept changes to sex markers, according to Chris Geidner of the legal website LawDork. The Social Security Administration keeps track of a person's sex through a computer database system known as Numident, the Numerical Identification System. With Numident, the SSA can keep track of a person's full name, date of birth, gender, and other data points and assign it to a social security number. Geidner shared a screen capture of the memo from the Office of Retirement and Disability Policy that states that they will only accept M for males and F for females as the only applicable markers in the sex data field for Numident, and that any changes from F to M or M to F must not be accepted. The memo doesn't say what to do about people with gender markers labeled X for non-binary or gender non-conforming people. The Social Security Administration states that these procedures are in response to the executive order entitled Defending Women from Gender Ideology Extremism and Restoring Biological Truth to the Federal Government, in which Donald Trump declared that the government will only recognize two sexes, male and female, defined by the reproductive cells a person produces at conception. The U.S. Office of Personnel Management released a memorandum a couple days before the Social Security Administration released this message within its departments, ordering all government agencies to comply with the executive order by January 31st. That same day, the Social Security Administration sent out their emergency message. Had it not been for the grace of proactive internet users who began archiving government websites out of anticipation of foreseen censorship, this information would have been lost. The Social Security Administration has also removed any mention of sexual orientation and gender identity from its Civil Rights and Compliance page. Executive orders are not self-executing, and many of Trump's executive orders could be found unconstitutional or in violation of previously passed laws, as many of them are currently being challenged in court. Many lawmakers and government officials warn that compliance in advance could violate federal law. One such official is New York Attorney General Letitia James, who wrote to New York University Langone urging them to continue providing puberty blockers and treatment to transgender youth, as refusing to do so violates anti-discrimination laws in the state of New York. This came after the leading hospital began turning patients away out of fear of losing funding due to an executive order that threatened to withhold federal funding from hospitals that provide gender-affirming treatments. Be sure to download the Live 365 app to take Pep Radio with you wherever you go. If you happen to be watching this video over on YouTube, be sure to click the subscribe button. We really appreciate it. Thank you. The Meadville area weather forecast is now coming up next.